Hello, Gemini. It's Kat's Real Life Mystic Tarot, and I am late, but I'm here with your December reading for 2019. Um, I very quickly got a meditation for you, a message, and it was interesting because it was kind of, I saw a zebra, and a zebra running across kind of a savanna, I guess, and joining a group of other zebras. So this particular zebra had been separated from the herd somehow and was very delighted to rejoin the group and didn't know if it was ever going to rejoin the group or how. So I definitely got a feeling that this month you are going to feel like, I don't know if you're away from family or away from your hometown. This seems kind of obvious, like it's the holiday season, but that's what came up for you. So there's a but what I got was there's a zebra is a very particular thing. It's a very different. It doesn't fit in everywhere. I mean, it's very obvious when a zebra is around. It's got the stripes and it sticks out and that sort of thing. So you may have had this feeling of kind of not 100% filling it, not 100% fitting in, filling in. I don't know, something like that. Fitting in where you were, and I don't get that you were threatened or anything, but you're coming into a real feeling of fitting in and belonging. And oh no, my video died. Oh, fitting in and belonging. So, yeah, so it's a very, really comfortable reunion type time for you. And this can be a reunion to anything, even if it's not family. Maybe you're going back to a job that you felt was better for you, or you or a country that you're from and you've been overseas or somewhere else and you're going back to your place of birth or what have you. It's a feeling of belonging. Secondarily to that, I had a vision of you, Gemini, and it had something to do with, and again, seems obvious to me because it's the Christmas season, but I had a vision of three kings, the three kings bearing gifts, and they've been on a long, long journey, obviously, to bear gifts to the special child, Jesus, if you're a Christian, but most people know the story. The three kings. So there's something in that for you. I don't know if you're the one bearing gifts or the one receiving gifts, or who the three kings are, or just maybe a lucky break for you is coming with a lot of compensation and gifts. I'm not sure. I wasn't sure where that one was really going. The zebra one, I got it. You're returning to a place where you feel comfortable, returning to a mental space where you feel comfortable. You don't even have to travel, but you're coming back into your own for some reason. You're feeling at home for some reason. It may just be that you have time off where you can just be in your own space for a while and you feel a cozy comfort. So that's what I'm getting for you, Gemini. It's real nice. I'm not sure about the three kings. If anybody has experiences that somehow relate to the three kings, let me know. I just had this vision of the Three Kings cake. Well, we have, I think it's kind of maybe like a Mexican or Hispanic tradition where everyone has a slice of cake, and if you get the baby, you have to bring lunch or something like that. Maybe there's something, maybe you're going to get the baby in the cake. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. I don't know how many people are, but it's, yeah, interesting. It's really fun. It's kind of a fun cake. Usually when they offer me the cake, I'm like, no, 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 I don't want the cake. Um, anyway, here we go. Let me do this. Okay, interesting. So good things are happening. I see home life, your relationship is great. It looks like you maybe what's coming home is you're going to spend this Christmas for the first time or in a very good way with your significant other. Because definitely that's coming up. Like there's something good there. Let's do this first and then we'll get into it. So I'm just going to clarify first so you can get into your reading for December, Gemini. You have a lot going on too. Everybody has a lot going on right now. Okay, so since I was talking about relationship, let's jump to relationship first. Okay. Okay, so in this love relationship, for some of you, you may be in a relationship that makes you feel great. And I have completion here, and you see that it's somebody, a female. This is 21. This is the world card. And she's about to come to completion and give birth. What I'm getting from this is, in terms of your relationship, if it's not going to the next level, you may be having a feeling that you would like to get pregnant or obviously go to the next level, take it to a family, with somebody, but you can't because you're just not there yet. So for some of you, there is someone that you care about, or even there, I'm not really even seeing strongly that there's someone here, but that you would like to, you're starting to think about having a more serious relationship, either with someone or without someone, but you want to have all that entails, a family, and just to have a partner, to feel loved. Star is not a partner energy. It's sort of singular. I mean, there may be someone that's single and having a baby, and it's not a completion, but it's still a nice feeling. I don't think that's most of you, but there's something, and this is your 5th house. This is your house of just relationships. It's not necessarily a committed relationship here. Now, if I jump over to your committed relationship right away, I had the 2 of Cups. So there's somebody that's a significant other to you, and I got the King of Swords in reverse. So I think that this character, this person that you're having kind of a committed relationship with, is not fully acknowledging. He's not thinking about taking it to the next level necessarily, even though you guys are there. I feel like you guys are there and you're completely together, and but he just refuses, and it can be a she, just really isn't putting that into words, or isn't cognitively processing the fact that you guys should be together. This is just a matter of time. This person, being the King of Swords, has good judgment, and he is a thinker, but he's not looking at it right now. So I think it's just a delay, if anything, in the thought process. But yeah, this person is 2 of Cups is your soulmate. It's a soulmate. And it doesn't always mean it's going to be like a family marriage situation, but this is kind of coming up in your 7th house, which does indicate marriage in that. So I do feel like this is a romantic relationship, and I feel like it's just delayed. Something's delayed about it. It's delayed. Maybe he's scared of this, this energy right now, and not certain if he's ready. But you are getting to that place. You are getting to that place, I feel like. So very interesting. Is there any advice right off the bat, since we're on this, and this is very significant, any advice we can give to Gemini for this situation, this romantic situation that's going on? Any advice we can give to Gemini for their romantic situation and this soulmate person? Okay, this is interesting. Time for beginner mind. I think what we're indicating here is to, instead of focusing on the goals and the goal posts of where you want to take this relationship, beginner mind would be clearing expectations, needing for this to look a certain way, or to be, or have it on paper, or any of this, and just really being part of this relationship without having to have the trappings of the exterior world, i.e. marriage or what have you. Just being okay with it. I think that all that's going to come. But in this case, it's just, clearing your thoughts. I think you're having a very active mental energy towards the relationship. And maybe it's a little bit overwhelming to yourself. So it's about, I think it's all there. Everything's in place. Just, chill a little bit. And I think, it looks to me like it's a great relationship and you're going to be fine. So beginner mind, just relax, enjoy, don't over expect, don't push if you can. You have so many interesting things going on here. Now, if I go to your eighth house is psychological things. So this is the Star in reverse and boredom. So I think this is just referring again to what's going on with your relationship processing. You, in terms of the other person, and this can be about sex, this can be about other people's money, this can be your psychological state in the eighth house. And I just feel like you're a little anxious to move on. You're a little bit bored with where this is going, and you really want to push for the star, the next energy. And you had the star already once in the relationship, Star in reverse. I think that for your self-esteem and for you to feel complete, you need the commitment. You need it on paper. So just getting okay with the fact that this person's with you. This person loves you. This person is your soulmate. Everything's okay. You don't need to base any judgment on yourself about it, and just let it be. It's a natural kind of organic thing, and not place anything on it. So there's some, I feel like for those of you that are in this type of relationship, there's some expectations you have. Okay, in the ninth house, this is justice. This is your higher learning, house of higher learning. Okay, so if you are someone who is planning to go back to school or considering going back to school, and this is a house that would indicate that, I feel like there's some kind of delay. You're delaying. Maybe you got some news that you need to take some additional classes before you can get in. Something, or just might be slow to get approved for that, or you might find out that you have more classes than you wanted to have to take for it. But there is a new beginning that's promised, and a big change. It's a tower event. So it's like getting underway. It might be just getting yourself to go through the process, which is a long process. And this can be either in higher learning, college, or post-bac type work, or it can be in going overseas or going to another country. That you want to do this, but you haven't gone through the process. The process isn't easy. So there's something there, because the ninth house is about higher learning and it's about foreign countries. It can be about judgments, but I'm not getting a strong judgment, like, judicial processes. I'm not getting that as a strong card here for judicial processes. It's possible. Okay, let me say this. This came up for me, that you might be in a relationship with someone who has not taken care of their previous relationship if they had a marriage, and you're kind of waiting on the judgment to come through, the divorce, the official divorce. It's just very slow. So it could be something like you're waiting for the divorce to process so you can go forward with the relationship, and there seems to be endless delays. I'm getting that a little bit strongly for some of you. There might be something like that happening. And again, if we're talking about beginner's mind, for some of you, it might be if you're really wanting to push and hassle the person, if you're coming across as too critical, or that it's too much for them because they have the other one that they're dealing with, they're dealing with the divorcee or whoever they're dealing with. And then if you're pushing them too, it just might, So for some of you, it could be something like that. But like I said, it looks like it's a very good relationship. Rest assured. In work, in your work situation, you're doing great. Okay, so money wise and all that, I think you're doing great. Your 10th house of reputation, you're healthy, wealthy, and wise. I mean, that's how you're coming across, Gemini. So you're really working your earth side. So you're really taking care of business financially. If I look at your other financial house, um, it's pretty solid. There is something, and I have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So maybe there was a little bit of financial decision that wasn't what you would have done. So there's something like you would have done something a little bit different. It could be a manager at work. It could be a new boss, somebody else's promotion. Maybe it should have been your promotion. I'm not sure, but it's okay. It's kind of saying in time that things will work. I feel like somebody got promoted or there's a new boss. There's something like that going on, and it's not to your liking. I don't think you're crazy about the decision, but you're still doing amazing. Work is fine. Let me go to your other work house. Yeah, so Knight of Pentacles. You're a hard worker, you're a good worker. Definitely Pentacles energy again in your work. And if it's not exactly the right job for you, it's close. This is the work that you do on a day-to-day basis. So Gemini, you're doing great. I mean, things are going great for you in that terms. Moving on, let's see, to your social groups. Ace of Cups and Six of Cups. Okay, so reconnecting with some old friends. I see the Ace of Cups and Six of Cups in reverse. So it's just some old friends coming around. Maybe you aren't able to get together and something doesn't happen, but you are in contact and you feel the support of having those people around you. So very nice energy there. And then in your house of something surprising, something you're unaware of. You've got the Five of Cups in reverse and Strength in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse. Okay, so so the 12th house is things unknown to you, things happening below the surface, things that will come to light later that might be like, whoa, really? That was really happening? There was something that happened to you that was disappointing emotionally. It could have been in a relationship. It could have been friends or people around you, people that you have an emotional tie with. Somebody disappointed you. Somebody let you down. And I feel like they're going to come back to you and want to talk to you about it or apologize for it. Or they're not who they portrayed themselves to be. I feel like they portrayed themselves a certain way and it was all a lie. It was all a lie. So you're going to find out something that someone was trying to be something to you that they really weren't. And it's going to be very surprising to you, but I think it'll make you feel better, actually, what they do confess to you. Some type of confession. Okay, so we covered that. Let's see. There, in your mind, you may be thinking about not making a choice. Okay, so in your mind, there's a choice to be made and you are delaying making any kind of choice on something. So if there's something that they're asking you to go one way or another on, you feel a little anxious about it, but you're at this time not really moving forward. Not moving forward. I don't think either choice is a good one. And you know it. And in your mind, you're like, I'm going to let that go. And just in your home environment, we have something interesting. Let's see, 14 Temperance. Okay, so in your home environment, you might be doing some renovation. You might be doing something costly to your home, or it's possible if you're renting, new ownership, or your rent might be going up as they usually do in January, something like that. But there's some new work that's going on, possibly to your home or your rental or what have you, that's going to cost a lot of money, or it's going to be a lot of work. So there's stuff going on down there. It's pretty strong energy. It may cost you some money, some work that you have to do at your home. This could also be, if it's not about a home, it would be your mother or father, astrologically, your fourth or 10th house. Some readers like to call it your mother and some call it your father. It really depends on the dominant character in your life or the one that stayed home. So this is in the home environment, but there might be some change in possibly the health of or maybe needing some work, medical work that might be a little bit costly to, a parent or what have you. Okay, so basically I think we covered most of it. Yeah, so the relationship looks good. They might be waiting on a judgment for possibly a divorce or separation. There's something going on there that's causing a delay, and you're a little impatient. Work is going awesome for you. There might have been a promotion or something you don't agree with, but still you're in line for what you want there. There's an apology or a confession or something that might be coming in December that's going to really surprise you, but it'll make you feel good. And maybe reuniting with some old buddies from the past looks good. Yeah, so, and just some renovations in the home might be a little bit costly. And sitting on a decision is good. If there's a decision that's weighing heavy on your mind, I don't think either choice is that great for you, so it's fine to just sit on that. Now, an overall energy for Gemini during December, what can we say? Just an overall energy, you're going to get 2 cards. Here's one. Okay. And the second card for advice. Okay. And a goddess card for month of December for Gemini. How about a goddess card? I don't know if you guys can't see these, so I'm going to bring them up to you. Okay, guys, so here's what I'm seeing. Can you see that? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so yin. So for the month of December, you're really going to be operating out of your feminine energy. And it might actually be kind of a shadow self for you because you're a worker. It looks like you've been working out of a little bit of a masculine energy of getting things done, but it's going to be necessary during December to operate a little bit out of your feminine, nurturing, emotional, intuitive, loving, sensitive side. And it's going to feel a little bit awkward for you at first because it is really something you've pushed down being out in the workplace. I feel like most of you have been out in the workplace. And lion spirit, be generous of spirit. So this is not your money, but this is of really releasing some judgments, expectations, beliefs. I think that's coming. That was pretty clear. It was almost a theme in a way because you're going to have someone coming to you with kind of a confession. You have to, with this person that a lot of you, I'm sure it's not all of you, but that you want a commitment from, kind of letting go of demands or any criticisms that you might have in terms of that. And being generous to yourself, letting go of expectations for yourself, goal setting for yourself. Let it be. You're okay. Again, coming out of the yin energy and embracing the shadow self. Being gentle to yourself is very clear here because if you're starting to, you're kind of seeing your shadow self in a way like things that you don't really like about yourself. And we all have it, like Lord knows. I've been dealing with my shadow self for a few months here. And you're seeing it and it's disappointing to you, but nurture it because we all have it and we all need it healed. It came from somewhere. It came from experiences. It came from our upbringing. This thing that we push away, this behavior, that we push away. And just trying, you're going to come from your yin and nurture it and really see yourself for the child that you were or are, the gentle soul that you are, and kind of being kind and gentle to that spirit and allowing yourself to have the foibles of being human. If we were perfect, we wouldn't be here. So, and being able to, now once you can acknowledge the shadow, you can dissipate it and you don't have to act it out. So letting it come to the consciousness and letting it dissolve away through love, through caring, through embracing, those things, So a very interesting situation. I mean, I see you guys, Gemini is doing really, you're doing phenomenal at work. You're doing great with the relationship. There's a good relationship for you, a soulmate relationship. And it's mostly just an active mental state that you're having that's wanting to achieve goals. There's a goal achievement drive that's happening. And relaxing that, and also relaxing the expectations on yourself. I think that might have something to do with your shadow a little bit. It's just, expectations. And that can be a shadow too. It's not evil. Nothing's evil about it, but it can be, bedevil you, shall we say. So anyways, I love that reading for you, Gemini. I'll just quickly see, since we have a couple minutes, any other messages for Gemini, Spirit? Any other messages? Anything else for Gemini for the month of December? Day and night. I think this is, again, kind of reiterating the shadow, bringing the shadow in. Night, shadow, day, bright day. So I think integrating those areas that you don't, if someone makes some crack at you, let's say your family member about, I don't know, there you go, thinking again, always thinking, and just really seeing that and having a good laugh, and instead of feeling like, what do you mean? That's not a very good example, but I'm just saying, like, being able to just see it and embrace, and like you would anybody else, you would embrace and love them for their silliness. Embrace and love yourself for the things that you do, So day and night, yeah, I see that as the same, kind of embracing the shadow. So that is kind of a little bit of the theme, I think, for December. Take care, Gemini. Have beautiful holidays. I'll see you in 2020. Bye.